Hey guys, and welcome back to Brexit Britain, a reality show so good Simon Carroll wanted to buy it. And welcome back to By Any Means Necessary. Thank you so much, for all of your messages that you sent me, and a special thanks to everyone who has signed up to my channel. I feel so blessed with so much people that have signed up. I'll go through all the messages. I'll answer as many as I can, but I will like all the messages for definite, even the ones who disagree with me, even them. So I don't know if you saw at the Tory conference. I don't know if you saw they was having party night. It must be last night. They was having party night. But you can't tell me that Michael Gove isn't still on cocaine. Seriously, that man's on cocaine and probably ecstasy. Right? I guarantee you, right? Because every time you see Michael Gove out in a rave, in a fiddy rave, Michael Gove always looks lean. He always looks lean. Every time you see him out. Right, you can't tell me that man, right, is not on something. He hasn't got a little something in his pocket, right? Every 10 minutes, man's gone to the toilet, right, to chop up a little something, right, on the side, right. You can't tell me that's not true, right? And you know, I don't think that these people understand, you know, irony or if they have any shame. Right, Therese Coffey, our work and pensions minister, work and pensions minister, right? The woman who thinks that you could just go and work another 2 hours or so, right? If you're on universal credit to make up the £20 she's just about to take off of you. The woman was doing karaoke, right? I've had the time of my life. And the next day, she's just about to take £20 off the lowest earners in the country, right? And she's there doing fucking karaoke. I've had the time of my life. Seriously, right? You say nobody puts Therese Coffey in the corner. Not she bloody fit anyway, right? But seriously, these people are just taking the absolute piss, right? They having their party looked like it was kicking off. It was going off in their party there last night. I wonder how much of you Brexiters of you Brexiters that are on benefits was there. Hmm. I wonder if any of you was there. If any of you was invited, you know, I don't even think any of you was invited to that party right there, right? Because in that party there was all rich people. Because all those people in there are Tories, and they're all rich. They're all rich people. Can you boast the same? Can you say the same? Can you say I'm a Tory on benefits and I'm rich? Anyway, so Boris Johnson had his speech. Boris Johnson had his speech. Yeah, um, nothing about what's going on. Yeah, food shortages. Nothing about the electric and the gas charges that are just about to increase. Nothing about the petrol. Nothing about the petrol. People running up in petrol stations, pulling out knives and all that on one another, and then you've got people on the car bonnet being driven on a car bonnet in a petrol station. Nothing about none of that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And every single thing was just lies, 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 lies. With this man, all of it was just fucking lies, and just more lies. Do you know what I mean? The Super League. This is just bullshit, right? Because first of all, right, they signed that off with Boris Johnson before they even put it out to the public. Right. The only time Boris Johnson, started to use it to his advantage, was when was at the minute, right, he saw the reaction of the fans. Right, he turned around and said, "Oh no, no, that's no good." But he already knew. He already signed it off. Right. So you see, everything from this man is just absolute ridiculous lies, just complete lies all the time. Do you know what I mean? I know we find out what the what the levelling up agenda is, right? The levelling up agenda, right, is they're gonna like get fast broadband up to you people up north. Right, and wherever you can't get broadband and everything, they're gonna try and roll out some fast broadband to you, right? So, and he's talking about like a high wage economy, right, and high skill jobs, high wage economy. So Just tell me how you turn like a chambermaid, right? Or like or shop workers and warehouse staff, and courier drivers, you know, how do you turn these jobs, yeah, into high skill jobs, right? And then high wage jobs as well, right? Because the Tories apparently the Tories are thinking of a rise in the minimum wage, right? They're thinking of putting another 50p on, so take you up to start £5 sorry £9 40 something, right? So what you're saying, what they're saying, right, is that between the Tories and Labour, right, there's around 50, 60 pence difference. I don't really even know where you really go with that. Do you know what I mean? They want to put it up to 9. It's 8.91 now, right? So we'll put to they want, that's what they're saying, and that's what I've heard on the grapevine, that it's going to go up another 50p. But and then Labour's £10. Obviously, we from the hard left, us, the hard left, right? We were saying £15 because we're hard left, and they're just like, I don't think so. But when is this? When is this? Yeah, high wage economy gonna start kicking off then? When does this start? And it's just amazing what you people would actually fall for, right? Because Boris Johnson's speech today was completely incoherent, right? It was just all over the place, right? You know, he talked about things like Arcos, right? Like we had to leave the EU to. Do you know he didn't really mention Brexit that much. Didn't really mention too much about it. Do you know what I mean? He's just talking about like this leveling up. But I'm telling you that it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, right? Unless they're gonna start bringing some like some really highly skilled jobs to each town in this country. And already, yeah, that these guys, yeah, have been in control of this of the minimum wage for forever, right? Now, for however long it's been out, right? Now, it's down to them to they could tell these companies, well, this is what you have to, this is the minimum wage, but they could just raise it. They could have raised it. They could have raised it in the first place. They didn't need to start. They didn't need to say, well, you know what, we're going to start getting rid of, because all that does, right? If they say, you know what, we're ending freedom of movement, right? So all that does is it's probably closed down so many different companies in this country, right? So I don't see how it's a benefit to have all these companies closed down, right? Because they're just because that's all jobs that's lost, right? So Johnson's speech was just to be honest, it was just a load of shit, just nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Just absolute nonsense. Do you know what I mean? He never had any. There's nothing of real substance in there at all. Do you know what I mean? Nothing at all. Do you know what I mean? He's not. He's talking about talking about stuff for the future. Do you know what I mean? And you think to yourself, well, it's all well and good telling people, well, I want a high skilled economy. I want to move into like high wages. It's all good, well and good saying that to people, yeah. But in reality, yeah, what about all the low paid jobs? It's going to go and pick the cockles, fruit and vegetables. Are we turning those into high skilled jobs? You see, so all of it is it's all bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Every piece of it is bullshit. He didn't say anything about. He didn't say anything about the problems that we're having with the French at the moment. Didn't say how he's going to smooth that over. Do you know what I mean? Though, don't think he can anyway. But he didn't say anything about it. Do you know what I mean? So his speech, yeah, Boris Johnson's speech was just a load of complete shit, right? Didn't tell us anything, right? Anything special that he's going to do, right? Just talked about this leveling up, right? Which doesn't mean anything. Leveling up means absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean? Just like the free, again, like these free ports. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. We've already had free ports in this country. You know, so I don't know where these guys. I don't know where these guys are going. And you know something, I have no clue, right? Why you what you Brexiters are seeing this man. Right, I just the people say, oh well, he's so upbeat all the time. He's always upbeat. That doesn't, again, yeah, it just means nothing, because he's upbeat all the time. Anyone could just say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. Right? You could go and manage like, Manchester United and say, well, you know what? I'm going to bring home the Champions League. I'm going to get the FA Cup, right? And I'm going to win the domestic league all in the one season. Anyone can say it, but put it, actually doing it in reality, something completely different, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, today, Conservative conference, as I told you, yeah, there's going to be no real dramas there, even though, yeah, the Tories, the Tories have got this country in a complete mess, right? There was still no real dramas, if you notice. Because remember, all these people care about is being in power. That's it. Nothing else. They don't care about anything else. Right? That's all they care about. Just being in power. Right? They don't care about the working classes. Right? They don't care about people on benefits. They don't care about disabled people. They just care about being in power. And when they're in power, they will lie and lie and lie to get there. And then when they're in power, they just raise your taxes, higher food prices, can't get fuel, right? Gas and electric prices going up. Yeah. That right there is the Tory world. So all of you Brexiters, remember, this is what you've brought on for us because of your damn racist fools. That's what you've done. Okay? You have done this to this country. You've made us look like fools internationally, and then we've got a clown, running this country. Just like, this is a very, very sad time, right, to be a Brit. Very, very sad time. Anyway, guys, this is By Any Means Necessary. I'm the MC John Ribs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. Comments below.